Hey everybody, PSW60, back for more of Turok 2. That's a very dark hallway. I wonder what else is around here. Oh! Well, it's not so dark. We'll come back to that dark hallway in a minute. For now, we've got more catacombs to explore, and I'm guessing they're full of spiders. Definitely full of spiders. And a ladder that we can't quite reach. I haven't mentioned this before, but there are... or actually I believe I did mention it before. There's 3 different sizes of spiders. Those white ones are the largest. The red ones with diamonds on their backs are the medium-sized ones. And the smallest ones that look like tarantulas are the smallest. We'll come back to that dark hallway in a little bit. For now, let's go towards progress. The sizes of spiders don't really seem to do a whole lot as far as damage is concerned. They do take more hits, which is why the Warblade is a lot better at dealing with them than the Talon is. Since the Talon only hits once, the Warblade can hit multiple times. You can take out some of the bigger spiders in a single swing. Kinda nice that they give it to you before you meet some of the spiders. And if you didn't catch that one at the beginning of the level, you can get a Warblade right there, which I don't know if you can actually avoid it. In the water, Raptoids hurt you pretty much like spiders do. In that they just kind of brush up against you, and that causes damage. I guess it's got something to do with that weird swimming animation of theirs. Maybe they're constantly considered swinging... I don't know. It's kind of irritating at this point. So let's try to take it out before getting in the water. It doesn't really seem like bullets do anything through the water. Not really a huge deal considering we can still take their heads off. Now, again, we're greeted with a ladder that we can't quite reach. But we've got this Tomb Raider looking kinda puzzle in the middle. And it sounds like we're causing something with each of these switches that we push. But after we get either all of them or just that last one, the ladder is lower. And we can jump up top. Sounds like there's some intros waiting for us. A little bit further up. These strange walkways. Ah! The active camouflage they have can actually be fairly effective at times. Somebody else just activated camouflage. Oh, there it is. Somewhere there. There we go. I'm not looking too healthy right now. Well, let's not jump in the teleporter quite yet, as I'm pretty positive that that's going to lead towards progress. Let's go back and take a look at that dark hallway that we didn't go down before. Huh. Have to keep in mind that other hallway for a little bit later. The life forces pointed towards the other direction that we'd gone, so that way seems like it's more likely to have some goodies hidden. But let's see what we walked by earlier. Oh. Well, hey, at least we found that other hallway that we wouldn't have found otherwise in the water. Let's go check that out instead.
Your oxygen is low.
Can't hit him with the flare gun. Aiming while you're in the water is extremely difficult, since the water gives you this kind of swaying motion around through it. It makes it really difficult to get a bead on anything. So I should probably just jump out of the water to engage this guy. Now we came all this way. Let's see what we got back here. And we just got sealed in. Well, we do have an ultra health, which is totally not an obvious Indiana Jones trap or anything. And we've got some arrows, which is
Ultra
kind of nice. Yep, spiders. Guess it could be worse. It could have been snakes. Now the arrows are continuously spawning in, so that should probably be telling us something. Such as that decently obvious switch up there on the wall. I'll ignore the spiders chewing on my leg for now. There we go. Now we can get rid of these spiders. Ah! Leapers are still in the game. And the Warblade is quite good at taking them out. It can't quite, however, find what's shooting at me. There it is. Again, we've got progress versus not progress. So let's learn a lesson from our past selves and go towards non-progress. Into another huge spider den. Let's wash all the spider guts off. Go for a nice, relaxing swim. Now these gates that you just briefly saw, there they are. These gates mark our graveyard objectives. Which is what the Sisters of Despair were that Adon mentioned at the beginning. We go in here. Take out some spiders with the kind of an underpowered weapon for them. And
Shotgun.
Find ourselves a Sister of Despair to take out. And if you can see exactly how often they're throwing stuff at us, you can tell why these areas are a lot easier if you just turn blood off so that they can't damage you. I mean, it should be kind of obvious why them not being able to fire at you would make the area easier. But these dead men tend to gang up on you pretty fast. And our flashlight's going. So this is kind of like a zombie movie. Ooh, you're big. This is a Lord of the Dead. They can take a lot of punishment, can still shoot the blood that the dead men can, and can also throw those fireballs that you watched it toss. They've got a pretty big delay in between when they start charging the fireball and when they actually throw it at you, which tends to throw off dodging. I can't see a damn thing. Apparently they're spiders. I can hear them. I'm getting hurt. I need a flare. That's a lot better. Oh, thank God, a flashlight.
Flashlight. Mag 60.
Well, we're about to drop down into the graveyard proper. So we might as well get out our most useful of zombie killing weapons, the shotgun, which I've only got 1 ammo for, so we're gonna ignore the shotgun for a minute. That fireball always comes out later than you would expect it to. Also, we can observe here, if you take out the lower half of one of the dead men, the upper half will still come crawling after you. And I don't think you can hurt zombies with the regular arrows. I'm not 100% sure on that, and I'm not willing to find out. And our flashlight's going. There are probably countless movies that are like this. Luckily, I guess, their eyes glow bright red, which helps them... well, you can find them at least.
Eight lives remaining.
Doesn't help you stay alive, though. I remember these zombie areas being pretty responsible for most of my deaths when I played this game as a kid. Now what we're supposed to do here is take out the Lords of the Dead, which will make the Sister of Despair come out. It would be nice if the objective mentioned that, but considering that Turok's basic objective is shoot everything until it's dead, we'd come across that objective sooner or later anyway and, you know, be able to figure it out. There are 3 things that will spawn in all of these graveyard areas, and they'll all spawn in pretty fast too. Boxes of 40 bullets, boxes of 10 shotgun shells, and 10 health. The 10 health is over by the exit to the graveyard, but I haven't actually found it yet, so yeah, it would have been helpful earlier. Plus it's dark as hell, so not like I'd really even necessarily see it even if I did. I didn't see that box of shotgun shells until I was on top of them. And a door opened, and there is our first Sister of Despair. She gets 3 attacks. That homing skull that she tossed at us. Tends to be her most common attack. She's got a melee attack, but I'm not really intending on getting right up in her face. Not that I can really see her to stop. She's got an AoE attack too, but we didn't get to see this one use it. We'll see it on the later ones. On the upside, they don't have very much health. So once you actually summon them, after taking out all of the Lords of the Dead, which do have a good bit of health, they go down pretty fast. For now, though, we're gonna get out of here, because these dead men will continuously respawn and just kind of claw their way out of the ground. which is also kind of a problem while you're in there. The speed that health does respawn in does offset how overwhelming those graveyard areas can be, but if you haven't found where the health spawns at yet, it doesn't really matter much. For as much as I love Turok 2, the graveyard areas are kind of a weaker point mixed with a kick in the dick. But let's put that behind us and climb up this snake eater ladder. We've got 2 more Sisters of Despair, so we can assume 2 more graveyards that we're going to have to go through. And if you recognize where we're up on top of those ladders that we couldn't jump to back at the beginning of the episode. As the temple constructs itself around us, we can continue upwards and find its secrets. Secrets that we can't quite access yet. Oh, there was an Ultra Health on the other side of that. Considering what we've seen of it so far, it stands to reason that that thing will let us jump decently long distances once we can figure out how to make use of it. Let's get back to where we were at, though. There's nothing left for us in this area. More of an aqueduct area again. At least we're out of that marginally confusing catacombs area. Is that a new gun? That is a new gun. Well, we're collecting them, so yeah, let's get there. Now, it didn't look like we could jump to it from this central platform, so we're probably going to have to figure out how to get to it from the other side. That ladder that's in front of us just lets us climb back up to where we jumped off of. Not really much of a reason to go back up there. After all, we kind of got our hands full down here. There's just something about this whole level. We're just taking everything's heads off. Considering Turok doesn't exactly have a hunting den that he can put these trophies on anyway, it's kind of a moot point. I mean, if it doesn't have its head on it, it's obviously not going to keep throwing grenades at us. And that's all I'm really after right now. This isn't an obvious ambush or anything. Yep. Oh, you brought a friend. And your friend brought a friend. Now, do take note. it's not the best of ideas in Turok 2 to sit out in the open and engage stuff. As even on normal, you could pretty easily get overwhelmed. Especially when your enemy's got high ground advantage. Now, we took them out. Yes. But we also took a massive hit to our health from several small hits to our health. And had I bothered walking forward a little bit, there's this ladder here that leads up to them. So I could have stood on equal footing with the two up there and wouldn't have had to sit there and kind of try to pick my aim out carefully as I was getting shot at. Also emphasize the importance of why practice runs are important.
Mag 60. Tech bow, sniper capability enabled.
See if I can pick this guy off before that other guy gets into a better position to shoot at me. Oh, great. You know, collision detection, you're not making friends here today. Now let's just go in guns blazing. There's only two of them. And it looks like I took him out from pretty far away. Nope. He just went invisible. One down. Taking some hits. 16 health left.
Your health is dangerously low.
8 health from that last grenade that guy took. Well, we got them both at least. Oh, there's a third one.
8 lives remaining.
I'm just gonna edit out future deaths. And do what I can to make backtracking to where we died at a little bit less painful. So there's apparently 3 of them in here. Where's the third one at? I don't really understand why you can explode the barrels sometimes. Oh, there's the third one. Good to know, I guess. I don't understand why you can sometimes explode the barrels right next to you and they don't hurt you. And other times you can explode the barrels and the explosions will find you several feet away. That way goes down. So let's head up and see what we got before we go further down into the catacombs. We've got a switch. And that switch raises... You can see the spiked bars on that door down there. that's what hitting that switch did. It raised those spiked bars. Now we could just jump down there, but that might land us in the water, and that also puts us at a disadvantageous position for fighting this Raptoid. I think I've learned my lesson at this point, in that I could... Oh, there's a full health up here. Well, I think I've learned my lesson at this point, in that I'm going to go the way that does not have life forces first, then come back into the progress ways. Man, Leapers are a much bigger pain in this game than they were in the first one. Thankfully, they are handled pretty nicely by the Warblade. Oh, more spiders. And we're at another graveyard already. Now let's see what's up this way quick. That way it looks like it might take a little bit. I don't want to subject you to 2 graveyards in the same video, so... Till next time, good hunting.